Awesome. Thanks for setting this up, Dawn. Dawn is in the hotel, it looks like. Dawn's got a boudoir head going on, whatever that means. So what was that? It's a girl I know. She's one of my clients. And there's something, it's called boudoir photography. It's actually really cool. She's great at it. Anyhow, shout airplanes. We are good to go. A little bit all over the map today. However, normally when we do like the COC thing, there's a bunch of like cool shit and inspiration and this and that, and then it ends with some housekeeping. I want to start with just a little housekeeping here, and then we can circle back around on it. And I remember when I was in New York. So it's actually 9 years ago today, I walked out the rat race permanently. 9 years ago today, I walked out of Wall Street with essentially a bag that I told people was my laundry. And it wasn't. It was everything I'd cleaned out, walked out and cut my security pass. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Couldn't deal with it. Just cracking up. Had I known then what I know now, it may have been different. I may have still been stuck there. Because I was fried mentally, physically, emotionally, having breakdowns, all this thing, just like huge amounts of undue pressure. And I want to kind of talk a little bit about how that circled back around. But I started exploring New York. And one of the places I used to go, and I still have a habit of doing this, socializing. And I am not a sports lover. Like, I don't just go and watch sports. Today, Matt will understand this, the Euros start. The Euros is like second after the World Cup when it comes to world football, soccer. And I'm not watching it because I have no interest. So I have one team that I follow and that's it. And I remember I used to go and watch games, and it was a point at which I was just so glad not to be on Wall Street that I would go out and watch any game. Chechnya third division, blah, blah, blah. But great, I can go watch a game. I'm not chained to a Wall Street desk. And I used to go to this place called the Smithfield. And the guy that owned it became a friend, Kieran. And one day, baseball's on and the Yankees are playing. I don't know much about baseball at all, but in New York, it's the Yankees. I've been to Yankee Stadium, like checked it off the box, done. Like literally went there, walked out, walked back in the box, ate sushi and drank wine. Bored shitless, not my game. And but you know, you get an opportunity to go and see something iconic, and you can relate that to any sport, I suppose. I went to the Colosseum in Rome. Like, I'm not a gladiator fan. I don't support a gladiator team, but I went to the Colosseum in Rome. And I remember, because I still don't know much about baseball. And I remember this one particular game, don't even know who they're playing, and it was like the 8th or something. I still don't know what the top and the bottom is, but it's somewhere in the 8th. And the Yankees were like 7-0 down. And I said to Kieran, I said, well, this is clearly over. He says, and he's an Irish guy. Oh, no. You don't know nothing about baseball. I went, no, I don't. He said, no, forget the score. It's all about loading the bases. It's all about loading the bases. Forget the score. And then when he broke it down and explained it to me, I kind of got it. I understood it. You know, you put your best guy on last in the hope that 3, 4, however many guys have, I don't know, 3 bases are loaded. I get it. Now, Freebie Friday. The whole purpose of Freebie Friday, there's 2. Number 1, it's to get people engaged in the Prove It YouTube channel. That's kind of loading the bases, getting people in the ecosystem. Number 2, it's to load the bases for us. So what do I mean by that? Anyone who likes or comments, You know, we're going to give away 10 boxes. Makes no difference. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is loading the bases. People who are liking and commenting and putting an emoji or however you do it are interested. You ever been like round a, I don't know, a shopping mall or somewhere, and they say, put your business card in here if you want to win a dinner for two? Well, if the food in that place sucks and you hate it, you're not even going to put your business card in there. Have you ever seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross? There's a phrase in that movie, and it's about real estate. And it's Al Pacino. It says, man doesn't walk on the lot lest he wants to buy. Anyone that's liking or commenting on anything Freebie Friday based is interested. They may just be dipping their toe in the water. They may be afraid to comment because they're like, oh, someone will pounce on me and try and sell me ketones and blah, 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 blah. Because that is the public's perception of what we do. That's the perception. It's not the reality, it's the perception. Don't get me wrong, there are people out there who push ketones. They don't last. So Freebie Fridays to load the bases. And I just want to explain something here, and I touched on this. I think Father's Day in the US is next weekend, I believe, next Sunday. It is. I don't know if it's the same in the UK or in Canada. I don't know. Here's what I do know. We had a Mother's Day promo. Here's the whisper. The Father's Day promo may be very, very similar to the Mother's Day promo. Just take a breath, load the bases. Clear your day out next. I mean, if you're a father, great. Go have a burger, flip some burgers on the grill, whatever, but be prepared to dedicate some time on Father's Day to all those things. You could build up to it before then. You could have a list of 5, 10, 20, 100 people that have sniffed around, shown an interest, so you're not having to scramble around on Father's Day and go like, hey, who are these people? Who are the ones liking? Who are the ones commenting? Just draw up a list before then. Those are your loaded bases. So on Father's Day, you could spend an hour on 100 people. Hey, John, I didn't want to let you know, huge promo today because it's Father's Day. You're just sending that out in the messenger or your text or whatever. Like, load up your own bases so you're not having to scramble around and do everything on that day. That day should be that action of connection, attract, connect, experience. Hey, John, didn't want to not let you know, with existing customers, with SmartShip customers, with customers that dropped off, and with brand new people. That's loading the bases. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's not official. It's not, we're definitely doing this. We change things all the time. So I can't definitely tell you we're definitely doing this on a recording. However, load the bases. So something I do want to talk about is on that count, and I think it was like 30% off seasonals or something on Mother's Day. I don't know exactly what the promo is going to be. There's going to be a promo. Last month, literally an hour before the end of the month, you know, because I've been moving around a little bit, long story, I was right down on inventory. I went, oh, got to load the inventory bases. And I dropped like $1,500, like with an hour to go, because it's 30% off. Like, we're going to go through this stuff. And I bought really weird and obscure stuff. Upside down, no interest in, I don't even know what an upside down pineapple cake is. Like Matt will tell you, they don't exist in Europe. There's no such thing. Cider sipping. Cider is an alcoholic drink for alcoholics in Europe. Only alcoholics drink fucking cider. We have cider. Heart tart means something completely different in the UK. Completely. Harvest Sunrise, whatever. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that one. Melon Blast. Okay, I've not got that. I'll buy some of that. Very blue. Then I just realized Peach Cobbler, which is something else I'd never heard of. Doesn't matter. You know what I did? I had some, and I had some of this left. I literally hit up people with, hey, didn't want to let you know, I've got 6 flavors here, a 6-pack of stuff you can't get hold of. $50 delivered. I've only got 10 of them. Reality, I got 20, but I was going to hold on to some. And someone come over, you know, 5 for 40, 10 for 70. She comes over, she ends up buying cash off me, 10-day drink ketones challenge, 24 fast, because I loaded the stuff up. In 48 hours, I got 50% of my money back from what I invested in 48 hours. And I've still got most of the stuff. So I'm telling you right now, just prepare yourself. If it's something, I don't know what's going on Father's Day, but it'll be something cool. We always come up with cool stuff. Load those bases. What I do want to talk about today, though, is more of a, yesterday we were talking about like starting with why, but finding the why. Like, what's your why? It's tough. Yeah, you kids. Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's a given. My why is not my kids. I really don't like them that much. No, they're a bit stupid. No. Yeah, my son's a little offensive now. No, of course it's your kids. But however, what's the deeper thing here? And if we look at the why and why we're here on the planet and also in this business, and honestly, my personal belief is the two should be somewhat aligned. And I was just like studying some stuff this morning. We're on this call because of leadership. Everyone has a leadership quality. Those who got children, you have a leadership quality. They don't get up in the morning and go like, well, I'll just make shit up as I go along. Or maybe they do. My son, they clearly does. You know, what are you doing today? Don't even ask. So leaders only require one thing and one thing only. Anyone want to type in the chat what that one thing is? Leaders only require one thing. Anyone want to guess? Anyone? Shout it out. I don't care. Like, this is going to completely mindfuck you.
Somebody to lead.
What was that? Mark,
somebody to lead.
Close. Yeah. What did
Followers.
you say? Followers. Yeah. Leaders only require followers. Someone to lead. Oh yeah, leadership's influences leadership, but leaders only require followers. So what is something that's going to get someone to say to themselves, I want to follow you? What is that thing? And in the past, you know, in certain businesses, for example, or sometimes with your kids, we're all guilty of this. We incentivize them and we disincentivize them to follow. Business, hey, do X, Y, Z, you get this bonus or promotion or whatever. You miss your targets, you got to get in front of the boss. You can apply this to families as well. Hey, clean your room, I'll get you an ice cream. Incentive or bribery, call it what you want. Oh, wait till your dad gets home. Oh shit, got to clean my room. So they create behaviors. However, we're in a new world, and I'm not just talking about the last 18 months, I'm just talking about in general. Like, followers really don't need to be incentivized. You know, we live in a world of, I'm going to say this, but I don't really care. So my friend Phil McDougall, former Royal Marine, top tier training, has a dog called Henry. Henry, the French bulldog. And there's loads of pictures. Henry has his own Instagram. And Phil describes his dog. I've only heard this word from him once. So if you're offended, it's talk to the Royal Marine. And he's doing this thing, the dog's digging this thing, and Phil's taking a video. I said, oh no, Henry's an Insta-hoe. What? Said, is an insta-ho. Oh, I understand what that means. We live in that world where people are seeking followers without substance. And Instagram is probably, maybe, I've not been on TikTok, but maybe TikTok's a little bit like that, or the dog ear, Snapchat, the one with the dog ears. What the fuck was that even about? I don't know. If anyone actually thinks they look more attractive with dog ears, I'm not even going to go there. So when we are not necessarily seeking followers, because that then becomes the insta-ho thing. And sometimes you'll see this where people will follow you and they've got 10,000 followers and only following 1,000 people. And we get that dopamine rush going, wow, I must be really important. I must have some really cool stuff. They follow people to follow them back, and then they unfollow people. It makes them look really popular. I will tell you something right now. There's a girl out there, I can't remember her name, 10 million followers. She got a deal with a t-shirt company to promote their t-shirts, 10 million followers. She sold 23 t-shirts off a post out of 10 million. It's great for the ego. You can either feed your ego or your pocketbook, sell them both. So why would someone want, not why would someone follow you? Because there's lots of ways you can do it. Why would someone want to follow you and understand the difference? Why would someone follow you? Hey, follow my Instagram and I'll give you a 24 fast kit. Sure, that's incentivizing. I had one guy who's got a law firm or something, and like, well, I only follow people who will follow me back. That's, yeah, what? So why would someone follow you? Which would then by default turn you into a leader in this space, whatever this space is determined by you. Because of feelings. People will feel your vision. They won't feel your shaker bottle. They won't feel your box of ketones. Hey girl, who loves, what the fuck is this one? Cookie butter. Something else that doesn't exist in Europe, cookie butter. You Americans are weird, I'm telling you. Bananas we have. So what values are you creating that would make people feel into it? Feel into you as an individual? What values are they? And people can see it and feel it. By values, I'm not talking very specific definitions, just like in general. In general. And this is about finding your why. We sort of have to know why we do what we do. We have to know and then put it into words, because that transference of feeling will come across. It's not contrived, it's not manufactured, because we can read through that, and we all do read through that, because that shit's all over social media. Like, what's your why? And sometimes we live in this world right now where people are so attached to the numbers. You can apply that to likes, you know, and believe me, when we get a like, I do this. When we get a like, or someone has commented and we like that someone, it's like we get that little bit of a dopamine rush. We do. That's normal. That's okay. We should get that. The happy hormone, we should get it. It's not the numbers, it's the feeling. You know, me personally, hey, I could have 100 likes on something, but it might be that one or two people that I resonate with that go like, holy shit, I don't care about the number, I care about the feeling. It's not chasing the number. Sometimes in this business, we chase the number, the rank, the income. So the rank thing. chase the numbers. And if you listen to Mitch, you'll get it as well. I get completely the COC. If you think of it as COC, Circle of Champions, as opposed to rank 6, it takes on a different connotation. That's exactly what it is, but it just means a different thing. Circle of Champions. All the champion, you get loads of free stuff, but it's always got on it earned, not given. The champion stuff always says earned, not given. You have a voice. And by the way, you have an open voice. It's not, the Circle of Champions is not filtered at all. And yeah, there's a car bonus. That's great. It's not the numbers, it's the feeling. It's the feeling that you can get on those calls or at live events you can get in that room that everyone wants to be in. And like, well, who's Mark's on here? Dawn's on here. They've been to live events. Like, I always stand on the door at the Circle of Champions room because people always try and sneak in. Always, they do. If you've been to live events, I put forward a suggestion because the badges are the badges. They say, you know, you rank. I put forward a suggestion years ago, like the lanyards. The COCs need different colored lanyards to make my life easier. Because when people are trying to come through a door and there's 100 or 200 people, and I'm trying to read badges, like, have different colored lanyards. Reds you're in, blacks you're not. That sounds wrong, but whatever. Just came out that way. So it's not the numbers. Accountability, and that's what we're talking a lot about right now with these groups, is not about the number. It's not to a number. It's not to a scale. It's to a person. It's to an individual. It's to someone you've got a connection with. And if you've not got accountability partner in whatever it is you're trying to do, like, get one. And that's not just about this business. That's about everything. You know, for those of you that are married, in relationships, whatever, you've kind of got an accountability partner in certain other things of your life. Take that and adapt a different situation. Hey, I can see Mark on here. Mark's an endurance runner. I don't know if Mark's wife is an endurance runner. And no. So Mark does not want his wife as an accountability partner for endurance running. Sorry, that could have been different. For endurance running. Yeah, I said it. It's recording, whatever. That's okay. You have different accountability partners for different things. I've got them for different things. I've got an accountability partner that's not on here right now for my phase 1 activity. Literally, we send pictures backwards and forwards of phase 1 activity. How many boxes I've checked off? Because she is also struggling with phase 1 activity. And she brought it to me, I need an accountability partner. Hey, there's a caveat. If I'm doing it with you, you got to do it with me. So the accountability side of it is about giving more than receiving. What can we pour into that other person to make them feel safe, comfortable, and protected? What can we pour into them to make them feel safe, comfortable, and protected? What I mean by that is on the days that, you know, no one bats 100% all the time. On the days that we maybe don't hit the activity level, the goal, the target, the whatever it may be, they want to feel safe, comfortable, protected. They can say, hey, you know what? I didn't hit it yesterday. I didn't do it. I got sidetracked. Hey, that's okay. Your accountability is to help people through that. We've got this 14-day flying to July. We've got a 10-day drink ketones challenge. The goal is not to beat people up and make them feel bad. The goal is to say, hey, it's okay. I did that too. You know, you don't have to turn a cheat meal into a cheat week. It's like, hey, it's okay. I had an ice cream too today. It was 90 degrees. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Here's what we're going to do. So with this and with the wine, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one, and it's something I've been in this space for years. I've done my wonderful friend Bobby Capuccio. We did a whole 3-hour session on this, and I said, well, my personal take is if you go looking for your why, you're probably going to accept something that's close enough. your why sometimes will find you. I've got a wonderful story about this, but I'm not doing it now. It's not enough time. So we need to want others to achieve more than us. If you've got an accountability partner, I want my accountability partners to kick my ass completely. You know, I instruct Krav Maga. I tell people, if you can't fucking punch me in the face in 10 hours, you need to find someone better than me to instruct you. The whole point is you got to be able to learn this stuff and do it and beat me to it. That applies to this business as well. Does Brian James care that Sylvia's kicking his ass or Katie? No. He's celebrating their wins. He sent me a message just saying, Sylvia hit, legend. Like, Brian was happy, and Brian only just made rank 10 last month. I mean, he was legend, but he only just hit for last month, hit rank 10. And granted, he's gone more into an investor thing and working in investments now for himself. So we need to want more for others than we achieve ourselves. I remember years ago, I was making a lot of money, whatever, 30, 40, 50K per week. And someone who I work with, Mike, he had a similar office in Montreal, and he had a partner. So he was probably making about 20 a week. And he kept saying, I wonder how much Tim's making. It was Tim's company. I went, I don't give a shit. I don't care what Tim's making. You know, Tim's probably making more than me. I don't care. Yeah, when I was making 50 a week, Tim was probably making $500,000 a week. But I'm okay with that because I want other people to actually succeed better than I do. It's a strange paradox. And for those that don't get it, they can go in that skepticism thing like, but why? So if they're making more, you make more. No. Tamari goes out and makes $500,000 this month. That doesn't put $500,000 in my pocket. I don't know what the numbers are. It might put an extra frigging 10K in my pocket. I don't know. It certainly won't match. Like, do that. But here's the thing. We put people first and numbers second, the numbers will come. So if the why evolves around people, it's going to drive us much deeper. When we start getting obsessed about people, we're biologically designed to cooperate. If you go back to caveman days, we're designed to cooperate with people. We're not designed to do things alone. We all want to feel valuable. We all want to feel fulfilled, but we want to do it as part of a bigger picture. So there's an African saying, and I'm referring to some notes I just took here. To go fast, go alone. To go far, go together. It's an old African saying, to go fast, go alone. To go far, go together. And it's kind of interesting. If you look, I see Mark on here, the great endurance runners are always out of East Africa. They run in frigging packs. You ever watch the Kenyans? They're always 2, 3, 4 of them running together. Same as cycle racing. If you know anything about it, they run in packs and the leader, there's no leader. It literally works like a special operations team. Whoever's in front at that time is leading. That's this business model. Everyone cares about everyone. So I'm going to leave this with this. When you're finding your why, there may be certain things, but if you base it around people, I'm going to give you a big one right now. If you base it around people, how about this? From a business perspective, build this business to give to your grandkids or nieces or nephews. Detach from the immediate number. Build this huge organization of people, because within the people, you're going to find your why. You're going to find someone that you resonate with. I heard Tamari's story. When I heard Heather's story about her son, like literally, I'm fighting back tears on some stories. I hear Fran's story. I had a situation this week where someone was going through a situation, and it's something that resonated with me because I'm very deep in sort of the mental health side of things. And I was fucking sat at home in tears thinking, I wish there was more I could do. I wish there was more I could do. Like, there's someone that literally just needs a fucking hug right now. I wish there was more I could do. And when we get to that and we care about people from a genuine perspective, with a story that resonates with us, yo, bro, I got a six-pack with, I don't fucking care. It doesn't mean anything to me. It might mean something to somebody else. But when we look at this, I would say sort of inspiration, not motivation. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration from within and love, lead with gratitude, will take us to our why. It will get us there. And that why will probably change numerous times throughout our life. It's a feeling, it's not a thought. So I'm going to end this with one final thought. And if you could do a call to action on core leadership right now. And, you know, one of the things we can do now, thanks to you guys for pressuring me for this, is those that are not on the call that may not feel quite as bad because they missed it, because there's a recording, they can watch it. What did I miss? I'm going to give you this one final one. You know, build a business to give to your grandkids, but load the bases like you fucking care. Detach from the number. Hey, this person reached out to me for that. This person reached out to me for that. This person wants to lose 50 pounds. This person's losing their mind. This person's got no energy. This person's got insomnia. This person's kids are driving them nuts. Load the bases like you care about the people, not the home runs. Guys, that's what I've got. Dawn, thank you for setting this up from your boudoir. Hey, you show up on a call in a hotel bed, you're going to get shit. You know that. That's a given. Guys, peace out. Freebie Friday. If you've not got the posts out, do it now. Don't mix up good for perfect. And let's rock and roll, you guys.